This is another video for things not working. This one's entitled Cutoff Routine using the sinuosity driven component. The iRIC and MATLAB codes do not give the same results. Okay, so I'm evaluating version 27 of the iRIC code, and my current test that I'm reporting on in this video was to use the sinuosity driven cutoff routine, and then after that I was moving toward evaluating the upstream and downstream cutoff factors to make sure they work the same in MATLAB and iRIC. But before I got very far, my evaluation showed that the two codes did not give the same results when the cutoff routine was enabled. So as an overview, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the run settings for both models. Now this seems like a good practice to do all the time when I make these videos, in case anyone, including myself, wants to use the video all by itself to try to run the same kind of model with the exact same inputs. I will make the models available so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's hard enough to keep testing these things over and over, so no need to do work that I've already done. So first I'm going to show the output from the models when the cutoff is enabled and show how they differ. Because I was perplexed by this, I went backwards, so to speak, and I modeled them without any cutoff to see if they matched. And thank goodness they did. Now, to be completely explicit about that, you get the same results when the cutoff is not modeled. Okay, here are the two interfaces for the two models, iRIC and MATLAB. I tend to start with MATLAB. The default options. Unfortunately, these have to be pulled over from the other screen. Bear with me. Calculation condition, setting, let's see, would it be in computational? Well, let me do that, just to go from the very, very beginning. Parameters, computational. Check curvature, enabled. Channel node spacing. Sabot grid. Time step 1. Calculate U sub f, turned off. Okay. Hydraulic is still not functioning there. It's the flow. Flow parameters. 2181. The depth is 507. The width is 232. The slope is the same. The grain size is the same. Fixed discharge here. Okay. Smoothing. Smoothing parameters. 310.0. 310.0. Standard. Or legacy. Both of them operate pretty much the same. I tried them both. Okay. Coefficient of friction is 3 here. Coefficient of friction is 3 there. Erosion algorithm factors. Fixed FD of 90. And here's where I created an erosion field here. Look right here where it says FD value while I hover over here. See? The FD value is 90 everywhere. Okay. It's the same as this, fixed FD of 90. Cutoff parameters. Okay, here's an important one. There's two things we have to look at here. One in options, that's defaults. That's for the first two values here. Enable cutoff routine, enabled. Enable cutoff routine. Enable cutoff distance routine, disabled. Disabled. Okay. Second one is the actual cutoff parameters. Lost them. Here are the cutoff parameters. Sinuosity threshold 1.8. Cutoff recurrence interval 0. It's not actually called, but 0.25, 0.1. And this bin distance threshold, I put at 5,000. It means that it has to be less than 5,000 meters across the neck for it to cut off. Now, the distance routine is cut off. I mean, the distance routine is disabled, so it shouldn't make a difference, but that's another issue. I'll be making more videos about that. Just note that they're the same. Okay, then parameters, just to be thorough. I don't change this, but I'll put it here. 8, 3 zeros, 5. Output, calibration part doesn't work. Okay. Now I have done these runs. I won't bother you with taking the time to redo them. I actually redid it 3 times just to make sure that everything was exactly right. And here are the results. Here's the results of the MATLAB code. Some pretty weird stuff right in here. Let's just accept that for now. And there's the iRIC code. Bottom line is they differ. We need to figure out why they differ and what to do about it. Okay? Now, like I said, because I was perplexed, I went back and I tested it with no cutoff whatsoever. And here you'll see the blue is MATLAB, the red goes smack dab on top of it. So with no cutoff whatsoever, the codes give identical results. And when you enable the cutoff routine, whoops, well, I might as well show you this too. Give you the complete information. Those are the entire years for the MATLAB run. These are the entire years for the iRIC run. That's a single year, okay. Here's the MATLAB. There's the iRIC. Now to repeat, I did the same thing using the legacy and the standard routine for smoothing and got the same results. I haven't moved into working with the distance routine yet. That's to come. I have worked with it quite a bit, and I have some questions which I'll discuss in another video. So in summary, the results, when the cutoff routine is enabled with sinuosity being the driving factor, differ in iRIC and in MATLAB, and it appears to be related to somehow how the cutoff routine relates with data. Okay, thank you very much.